and salute our ancestors. With that being said, it's another birthday I want to announce. This is part of our history. This is, to quote Marcus Garvey, an early birthday to Marcus Garvey. Monday is a birthday to Marcus Garvey. I don't know if he's the father of it, but for all intents and purposes, he's gonna be today the father of Pan-Africanism. Salute to Marcus Garvey. Happy birthday, Marcus Garvey. Salute to that brother, him and Sister Maxine Water. He's an ancestor, and Sister Maxine Water. With that being said, man, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in again. Now, let me get on to something that is kind of scary. We are in the midst of a social revolution, a public revolution, a spiritual revolution. Everything is coming to a head at this point. We're looking at situations to whereas people in our diaspora are under attack. And you see violence against violence in our community. You see violence with the Gestapo-style policing. You see tyranny expressed throughout the United States federal government and Congress and House of Representatives, as well as mayoral. A mayor in Virginia just apologized to the sister Kamala Harris today. And so we're being attacked at all angles. And that's why I said it is a spiritual and a mental attack. But what I want to talk to you about is, if you listen to the show before, you've heard me reference this book that I read almost 28 years ago. 29 years ago. Read the book 29 years ago. And this book said that righteous people will be attacked, and your enemy, non-righteous people, there's no race, no creed, no color, no culture that is your specific race. If you're a bad person and you look like me, you're a bad person that look like me. I'm not going to cover for you. I'm not going to give you cover because you look like me, because you my skin don't make you my king. But evil is everywhere, And with that being said, what I want to do is express to you guys that in that book, it made a lot of predictions that at the end of the day, in the last 29 years, those predictions have come true by and large. I would say about 75-80% of them come true. One of the things that he mentioned is watch movies and television. They'll give you a preview of what's going on in the world, right? And if you are old as me, or if you're a moviegoer, you know about this movie called The Terminator. And in The Terminator, they talk about how the computers and the machines take over the world. You've also seen the movie The Matrix, in which you can monitor, and there's another movie, I want to say Dead Presidents, but that's not the name of the movie. But it's a Will Smith movie, and it talks about surveillance and how through technology the government will control you, right? Those things are coming true at this point. The machines have taken over, and due to surveillance and other things, you're being watched at all times. It sounds spooky. It sounds H-rap. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Get up out of here, right? But that's not the case. And the water ain't working. One of the things that I'm talking about is we are talking about analytically, biorhythms, and things of that nature. Algorithms. Algorithms control the world. And the reason I'm bringing this to you is because due to algorithms, you get certain ads put into your timeline. You get certain things put in your timeline. That means somebody is always watching you. If you don't believe me, I challenge anybody who's sitting in front of a PC, or even if you have your computer in your hand, which you call a cell phone, I challenge you to go to your favorite brand of sneaker, or your favorite brand of clothes, or whatever, your favorite brand of anything. I challenge you right now, go to their website, open up your, you should have the Spreaker app downloaded, so you can go to one of your apps, go to the Google search engine, Go to anything in the world, anything, and then go to Facebook if you have Facebook, social media, and watch you see an ad on your social media pop up in regards to what you just looked up. When you accept the terms and conditions of the updates of the app, one of those things is being able to sell your information. I recently got the information that Google was not initially supposed to be what a lot of people use as the library as it is. It wasn't used for that. It was supposed to be a marketing tool. And it's still a marketing tool. And this is something that was funded in part by the CIA. So when you have people using your information and your information to guide things in your direction, that means they'll also prevent you from seeing certain things with that exact same algorithm. You don't have to believe me. But what you need to do going forward is this. And this is not me speaking. This is somebody who lives in this world. She has a book out. I can't remember. I didn't write the name of the book down like a doofus. Actually, it's Oppression of Algorithms. I did write it down. I'm sorry. And when you are looking at these things, you go look at this book, Oppression of Algorithms. It is talking about how, because they are funneling things to you and they're pushing things to you, they're also taking things away from you, like your resume. Your algorithms will tell the technology what you're interested in. Me, I like sneakers. I like t-shirts. So if I start going to a lot of things, looking at sneakers and t-shirts and cars, I'll get a lot of car ads in my social media, and car things will pop up throughout me searching on the internet. Those same algorithms can be used to exclude you from certain things as well, like places of employment, information that is key to your survival, things of that nature. So basically, what these algorithms do is gather information about you and funnel things to you. Now, if I can funnel something to you, I can also take something away from you. So if it's information that is dire that you need, like, I'm quite sure none of you have seen the fact that Google is offering scholarships, or 150,000 scholarships, that will allow you to take a class for 6 months and you'll be eligible to get paid $70,000 a year. I'm quite sure you haven't seen those things, but because those algorithms are not funneling those things towards you. Something else that you're going to be funneled in the next 6 months, and we're going to talk about it in depthly, is misinformation about our sister Kamala Harris. You're going to hear everything you're going to see everything she's ever done, because Google is a marketing tool. This young lady, this sister who wrote this book about the algorithms of oppression, she also spoke about, usually the first 2 pages of Google are a bunch of nonsensical information that is given to you. At one point, you could Google black girls and porn would come up. Asian girls and porn would come up. Because that's what people are feeling. That's how people see black women. That's how people see Asian women. That's how people see Latino women as objects. Even white women. But white women are their women, so they don't tend to denigrate them as much as they tend to denigrate our women. But at some point, they changed it because, it was something being often used. And I'm quite sure if you go Google black women right now, Asian girls or Asian women, I'm sure it's Asian girls, you'll get porn. It's because this is what people are drawn to. This is the warped and deranged mind of a lot of people. So these are the things that you have to protect yourself. The algorithms have changed in accordance to what she did. And you look at, they change it because you're in a situation to whereas people are more sensitive. So when you are looking for things, they kind of guide you in that direction. The reason I'm bringing this up is for employment purposes. Those same algorithms put you at the back of the line when you are online looking for employment. They force white folks in the front of the line. They put you in the back of the line. Another thing she said you need to look into: turning the voice recognition off, the voice and facial recognition off your phone. Why does your phone need to listen to you and talk to you at all times? Me and Big Illinois were speaking last night. He was like, is that why sometimes me and you could be talking and I Google something and whatever we were talking about will come up in the Google search first? More than likely, that's it. That's exactly it. We have to be aware of what's going on around us so we can properly fight this. If you're not aware, you don't even know that you're in a fight. Next thing you know, you're losing a fight, and you'll be basically, what they'll do is redline you out of situations. We've gotten to the point where we're applying for everything online. You apply for a housing loan online, and they'll tell you don't qualify. That's because the algorithm says you're black. The algorithm says you're Latino. The algorithm knows your place of residence, so it excludes you. It's cyber redlining. And this is why what we're going through right now in this social, racial, and economic pandemic is extremely important, because if you can get people in office who are fighting on your behalf, you can get some of these algorithms destroyed, and you can get people who are saying, no, these algorithms are no longer going to be used, so my people won't be discriminated against, so you can get the opportunities that you as an American citizen, a citizen of the United States of America, deserve. So as you're surfing the internet, as you're using your phone, turn off all those voice notifications, because then it makes you automatically code switch as well. There's a certain rhythm that my people speak to. We don't fully enunciate all the words because that's our rhythm. And it could be a bad thing, or it could be a good thing. When I'm speaking as my 7th and 8th grade teacher was the same one. My name was Ethel Adams. Shout out to Miss Adams. She called it the black dialect. We have a rhythm to our speak, but it'll take you out of that rhythm, and you'll lose that little bit of you that you have. And when you're doing that, you'll forget who you are. Like today, again, I skipped over it at the top of the show, but I should have started off the show with it. I meant to say happy birthday to the original black city in the United States of America. This is the first city in America that was incorporated by black people. That is Evansville, Florida. It is 133 years old today. 133 years old, you've been free for 157 years. See a short period of time between that? So if you can incorporate a town, to quote the great Marcus Garvey, whose birthday is Monday, what Africans have done, Africans can do. This is why your history is always kept away from you, because the people who are in power don't want you to understand the power that you possess. If you never understand the power you possess, you will put yourself in a constant state of oppression, and then there is no boogeyman to get you. The man is out to get you. You're getting yourself. But back to the algorithms. The algorithms are cutting you out of certain benefits that you should have. The algorithms are stopping you from getting housing loan. The algorithms are stopping you. They won't stop you from getting a car loan, because a car loan is a detriment. It only helps the person who's lending you the money. But other things that you need, you're online applying for credit cards. If you're in the wrong community, you're not going to get it. Life insurance, health insurance. These are the things that you're being blocked out of. It is totally illegal to discriminate against you in regards to housing and things of that nature. Anything that is equally spread out to the world. If you have good health, if you are making good money, and you live in a certain community, your life insurance shouldn't be high. But it is. So keep an eye out for these things, man. We are in the age of the Terminator, if you ask me. So when you know the system and the deck is stacked against you, this is why all those people who want to tell you, Kamala Harris this and Kamala Harris that, that's because they're Googling things, they're not doing research. And I'm going to get into the whole Kamala Harris thing a little later, but don't just let the primary search on Google be your source of information, because when you Google something and get something, that does not mean that is true. That's why you speak to so many people and they speak with such reference with their ignorance, because I saw it on Google, that makes it true. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. It does not make that true. You need to continue to do research. You need to go to the library. You need to read some information and then juxtapose it to whatever you found on Google to make sure you're not making a complete ass of yourself. I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Watching CNN, first thing they said, Kamala Harris the first person to do this. She isn't. She isn't the first person to be put on a black person or a person of color being put on a white